Hello and welcome to News Tonight. I am Rhoda Ngozi. Let's take a look at the top stories. He invites Algerian investors to Uganda. Prime Minister Robina Nabanja assures scientists of government support in developing the country. While Electoral Commission hands over former headquarters to UNRWA. And Pioneer Serena 63 Golf Series Championship gets a new partner. Hello once again, let's dig into it. President Yoweri Museveni has said the NRM government has managed to take the country's economy through the phases of recovery. He said that although his government inherited a collapsed economy in 1986, they have expanded, diversified and transformed the economy on all fronts.
While addressing a team of investors under the Council for Algerian Economic Renewal, led by their president, Mr. Kamel Moula, President Museveni urged Algerian investors and businessmen to take advantage of Uganda's profitability by building production facilities in Uganda, a country got almost all the required raw materials that just need value addition. The president added that when Uganda exports processed coffee, the value is $50 compared to unprocessed coffee that is $2. About footwear production, the Ugandan head of state informed Algerians that Uganda has built a leather factory which is producing high quality leather, but local absorption of the finished leather is still low. President Museveni, who briefed the investors about the economic history of Uganda, blamed continued export of unprocessed products that made Africa to lose money, but also jobs, hence underdevelopment. The president of the Council for Algerian Economic Renewal, CREA, Mr. Kamel Moula, informed President Museveni that the private sector is playing a key role in the Algerian economy, with plenty of family-based private multinational companies leading in the domestic market and are ready to share the knowledge and the know-how to Uganda. The meeting was attended by the Minister for Trade, Industry and Cooperatives, Francis Mwebesa, the Minister of State for Trade, Harriet Ntabazi, the Permanent Secretary, Geraldine Sali, Uganda's Ambassador to Algeria, JC Alintu Mansambu, among other officials. Before concluding his visit to Algeria, the president held a meeting with Algeria's Minister of Energy and Mines, Mr. Mohamed Akab, together with the CEO of Sonatrach, Mr. Taufik Haka, and discussions hinged on opportunities in oil and gas development in Uganda. The meeting was also attended by officials from Uganda's Energy Ministry, led by Minister Rhoda Ngozi. He also met Algeria's Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, M. Mohamed Abdul Hafid Hani, and his delegation over animal vaccine, animal product exports between the two countries. The meeting was attended by officials from Uganda's Ministry of Agriculture, led by Minister Frank Tumwebaze.
Now, Prime Minister Robina Nabanja has assured scientists that President Yoweri Museveni and the NRM government will support their work aimed at developing the country. Nabanja was opening the Naro Makerere conference at Speak Resort Munyoyo. The conference was under the theme Innovation for Enhancing Productivity and Agro-Industrialization.
The partnership between National Agriculture Research Organization and Makerere University seeks to come up with scientific innovations to boost the agriculture sector. The Prime Minister, Robina Nabanja, has pledged government support towards science and innovation.
I wish lastly to reassure you that the government of Uganda, under the wise leadership of Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, is committed to funding research that is aligned to our national development priorities.
Nabanja says government has earmarked over 200 billion shillings for the private sector to thrive during the post-COVID-19 pandemic.
If the private sector is here, just walk in any of the banks of Uganda and tell them we want the other money that the government of Uganda put in your bank. The other one of post-COVID problems. You just go and walk in any bank. Government has put there 200 billion in those banks.
State Minister for Agriculture in charge of animal husbandry, retired Colonel Ramirama, stressed the relevance of science and innovation.
We really need science in whatever we do. Those people who are fighting, whether you like it or not, the truth is they are saturated with science. So where are we as Ugandans if we don't support science? Because science is the only way we can guarantee our future.
The Executive Director, NARO, Dr. Ambrose Agona, says through partnership, they have come up with the recent anti-tick vaccine.
All along we have been saying we have the problem of the tick-borne disease and tick burdens. And not so long ago in October, last year, we launched the first anti-tick vaccine in Barara and other places. So now to say, like, are we walking that talk? Are we contributing to development? I think our master plan, our strategic plan addresses some of those key issues in for a start. So if you can come up with high-yielding crop varieties, with good vaccines. Today we are talking about quantum vaccinomics. As we talk about and embrace the fourth industrial revolution, this is actually why we are moving.
The Vice-Chancellor Makerere University, Professor Barnabas Nawangwe, says the university is coming up with new crop varieties to address food insecurity.
We come up with the varieties of plants that can resist drought or that can thrive in conditions of too much rain, because those are the factors about climate change. So as will be demonstrated during the poster exhibitions, you'll be seeing there a lot of new varieties of crops in soya beans, sorghum and others.
Mary Namkose, UBC News.
Now, the Electoral Commission has handed over its former Ginger Road Best premises to Uganda National Roads Authority, UNRA, to commence the ongoing construction of the Kampala flyover. During the handover, the Electoral Commission chairperson, Justice Simon Byabakama, expressed mixed feelings. Now, for the meantime, the Electoral Commission will operate at Plot 7 industrial area, awaiting relocation to her permanent home that's under construction in Lubowa, Wakiso district.
In 2019, the Uganda National Roads Authority, UNRA, commenced the construction of the famous Kampala flyover with the intention of mitigating traffic congestion in the city. In a period of 4 years, the construction works for Lot 1 are still ongoing. The Electoral Commission has handed over its former premises to occasion commencement of Lot 2 construction of the Kampala flyover. Justice Simon Byabakama, the chairperson Electoral Commission, says this development is a double-edged sword. Justice Byabakama says much as they feel relieved of the bad working environment as buildings were dilapidated beyond repair, the institution's memories are said to be lost.
The Commission has been able to conduct 5 general elections in this place: 2001, 2006, 2011, 2016 and 2021. In spite of the nature of the premises, which is dilapidated to say the least, the Commission was not deterred in its determination to deliver credible, free and fair elections to the country. And we are therefore proud of that. We have fond memories of this place, in that we were able to serve the people of Uganda diligently and without favor and without any hindrance to what we are required to do as far as our constitutional mandate is concerned.
On the other hand, however, UNRA is happy to take over this property to effect commencement of the construction of the Kampala flyover. Engineer Lawrence Pario, The contract manager of the Kampala flyover hints on the fact that delayed handover of this plot had created a blockage in the whole process.
We haven't yet procured a contractor. We haven't started procuring a contractor because we didn't have land. Now that we have the land, we are going to prepare the land, demolish out all these facilities, take them out, clean it up, and then procure a contractor for lot 2. I'm not sure how long the procurement is going to take, but also we need additional money because we were interfacing with the standard gauge railway at a higher point. We had to change the design of this lot, lot 2, and the design will need additional 200 million USD to accomplish because it's much more complex.
Engineer Parish further explains that the construction works of Lot 2 will last at least 4 years, and as such, numerous changes await motorists along Kampala-Jinja Highway.
To have spaghetti of complex structures here, as high as 30 meters. So traffic going to Jinja Road will be able to move onto the flyover without necessarily going down. The traffic weaving down will only be the traffic which is moving locally within the city. Maybe we'll need a lot of support from the media, from the all stakeholders, because the project will completely change the traffic flow in the city. If you get into a wrong lane, you might find yourself on the other side of the city, and then maybe take a long route to come back. So we need a lot of your support.
The Electoral Commission will for the meantime reside at Plot 7 industrial area as it waits for the construction of its permanent home in Lubowa, Wakiso district. Dorcas Kimono, UBC TV News.
3 students have died after a truck rammed into the fence of Kasaka Secondary School in Gomba District. Traffic and Road Safety Public Relations Officer Farida Nampima said the Sino truck registration number UBL 790J crash happened at around 3:30 p.m. The truck lost control and rammed into the school fence, crashing into the computer laboratory. 18 students survived with injuries. The deceased are Evelyn Namagembe, S5, Hilda Asege of S4, and Bosco Mawanda, a senior 2 student. The truck driver, Abdallah Wanume, has been arrested.
The Sino truck registration number UBL 790J lost control and rammed into a school fence, crashing into a computer laboratory at Kaseka Secondary School in Gomba District. 4 students have been confirmed dead, while 17 survived with injuries and admitted at Kanoni Gomba Hospital.
Collateral damage. The computer lab, which had about 50 computers, has been crushed. All the computers have been crushed. The computer lab, which had about 50 computers, has been crushed. All the computers have been crushed.
Onlookers at the scene of the accident, including students, told UBC that the accident was traumatizing.
Ngezo kulaba ngenfufu ekutte waggulu nyingi nnyo nga linga olufu. Kumbe ye motoka ekubye ekizimbe n'eyingira. Ngezo okwetegereza ennyo nendaba nga eyingidde mu kizimbe ekyokubiri. Nempita bamasita nti mumanyi emmotoka eyise mu kizimbe kigudde. Kwe kudduka ne tugenda kujjamu abantu.
Najja nekona gate kati watuusa n'atulaba nayagala awo aleme kona klasi yange kati wajiwesa obutakona klasi yange najja wajiwesa nayagala kiteka mukino ekibanga eyingidde buyingizi computer lab nayita mu computer lab paka tusimyako
motoka erabika eremeredde mugoba waayo newaba neva ku kkubo nebuuka luli oluwonko nekira kwe kuyingira kino ekizimbe neyitamu nekkane wansi eri
oluvannyuma lw'okukola byeyagala yena naddukamu era bamugobye okumukwata emisinde ne bamukwata ne bamutwala ne ku poliisi.
Tuli mu nnaku etagambika kino ekizzeewo tekibangawo emyaka egisoba 5 essomero lino lye limaze tetufunanga kizibu kyonna ku ssomero no bwe kiti.
The teacher for Kasaka Secondary School, Cephas Katumba, said the school will close until next week.
So we have lost 4 students and more than 20 students have been injured. They've been rushed to nearby clinics, and others have been rushed to Gombe, where one of them died on arrival. That's the situation here. We've sent all the students back home. We expect them to be back on Monday because of the shock they are in, and teachers will be staying around to receive parents and to give them comfort and guidance.
A Traffic and Road Safety Public Relations Officer, Farida Nampima, confirmed the incident and the arrest of the Sinotrack driver, Abdallah Wanume, who will soon face courts of law. Nampima identified the dead students as Ivrin Namagembe, Senior 5, Hilda Sege, Senior 4, and Bosco Mawanda, Senior 2. Deborah Namamonde, Robert Onyango, UBC News.
Cyclone Freddy, packing powerful winds and torrential rain, killed more than 100 people in Malawi and Mozambique on its return to Southern Africa mainland. Freddy, on track, is the longest-lasting storm on record, barreled through Southern Africa over the weekend for the second time within a few weeks, making a comeback after the first hit in late February. Malawi bore the brunt, counting at least 99 deaths after mudslides overnight washed away houses and sleeping occupants. Another 134 people were injured and 16 are reported missing. Malawi's commercial capital recorded 85 deaths.
Cyclone Freddy, packing powerful winds and torrential rain on its return to Malawi and Mozambique, has left more than 100 people dead. Malawi bore the brunt, counting at least 99 deaths after mudslides overnight washed away houses and sleeping occupants. Another 134 people were injured and 16 are reported missing, according to authorities.
The effects of Cyclone Freddy at the moment are so devastating. We are conveying the dead bodies whenever we have found them to Queen Elizabeth Central Hospital mortuary, of which is currently now full, but still more. We'll still be going there with the dead bodies that will be still coming.
The impact of the cyclone has piled more woes on the country, grappling with the deadliest cholera outbreak in its history, which has killed over 1,600 people since last year. According to the UN's World Meteorological Organization, Cyclone Freddy, which formed off northwestern Australia in the first week of February, was set to become the longest-lasting tropical cyclone on record. In total, it has so far killed at least 136 people, 99 in Malawi, 20 in Mozambique, and 17 in Madagascar.
And here in Kampala, Katogo, Mbuya, Chinawataka area flooded following the dawn to lunchtime downpour. Water from 9 villages of Mbuya, Tinda Minister's Village and Banda cut off the road, affecting businesses in the area. Road users were lifted to cross the flooded areas as people took advantage of the moving vehicles. Residents say property has been flooded. Some have attributed the problem to KCCA not distilling drainage channels, which lead to them getting clogged with soil.
Zendabye ssatu ziguddeyo ne mali y'omuntu naye yennyini egenze nesumuluka ebadde bokusi nekkirira wansi
tuli batuuze ba Katogo kati amazzi gatuyingiridde, tulina abaana tetulina wakubasuza, kati n'ekyokulya tetulina kuba katwala gavumenti akabokisi osavinzeko nako gagendedde mu mazzi
n'okubasasula okuvaawo baba baladda abantu bave mu ntobazi babe mu Batogo nakati gavumenti oba yabala abantu abo nakati nabasasula. Nze kyembadde nsaba gavumenti yonna oba gwe kikwatako basasule abantu bano basobola mu mbeera ki embi soka tebalina kabuyonjo, tebalina amazzi ogatukira bulungi, enkuba bw'etonnya ebitanda babiwanika waggulu.
Enju ekaka ng'emanya alwako nnyo emisimaali nga sinya gyemanyi ne mugamba otookonya mukuba ng'etonya ngeze kulaba ng'ennyumba eka mulundu gumu ate ng'abaana bali ku buliri ne bajjako ne badusa eri wano iba era ne mbeera mu nnyumba naye ng'amazzi
kulongoosa myala tusobole okukola ki amazzi gasobole okutambula nabe tusobole okubeera mu mbeera etulimu naye kati
abamu bagenze n'amazzi
emmere yonna yononese
enyumba yo ebitanda byonna bijjudde amazzi entebe zonna tetulina namu ebintu byonna bitobye tewali tetusigazadde ekyokulya tetulina
amazzi ne gava enkinda mu ministers village yonna amazzi ne gava ekyambogo amazzi ne gava ebbanda gonna gonna ne gabeera nga geetoola ne gajja wano kati ate omugagga yayiye ettaka wali
mu 1,500 wenjogera na wano wantu waliwo pikipiri batuleka bazo bali mu ddwaliro wenjogerera saawa tubajjayo mu mwala tukirire tubajjayo tumaze batwala mu ddwaliro saa zino nga twogerera ne piki zaabwe tukyali wansi mu mwala wano tuze bali bubi nnyo era tusaba obuyambi okuva mu gavumenti okiba kisoboka batuwe emmoroka ezigogola emyala omwala gwaffe tulina omwala gwafaawo omunene twetolezaamu emmoroka saawa zino ebitaka ebirimu bingi yetaaga osooka obiyoolamu deni omwala gwe tosobola okutambula bulungi n'ekyambogo bazibayo tebakyayoolayo kwegamba
with freedom. Get MTN Freedom Voice Bundles that don't expire. Dial *100 *21# or my MTN app for more bundles. Together, we're unstoppable.
The Uganda Water and Environment Week is back. Join us as we deliver value internally and externally by promoting a multinational integrated approach that links all sectors of water and environment and also explore and deliberate on the water and environment resources to climate resilience. The week commemorates 3 sector days of World Water Day, World Forestry Day and World Meteorological Day. The Uganda Water and Environment Week will take place from 12th to 17th March 2023 at the Ministry of Water and Environment headquarters in Luzira under the theme Water and Environment for Climate Resilient Development.
Uganda Water and Environment Week is organized by Ministry of Water and Environment through the Water Resources Institute with support from development partners.
Get the most affordable 4G smartphone in Uganda from Airtel. Now heavily discounted from 250,000 shillings to 150,000 shillings only. Yes! 150,000 shillings only to keep you connected to your loved ones.
Dial *175*94# to activate free 1 GB instantly and 100% double data on all weekly and monthly bundles for 3 months. Get one today while stock lasts from the nearest Airtel shop. With Airtel, the smartphone network.
This isn't just a girl. She is the future. This is a teacher, a doctor, a community leader, our future president.
She is our family's pride, and as her father, I will protect her from child marriage and talk to her about the dangers of teenage pregnancy. We each have a role to play in empowering our teenage girls to protect them from child marriage and pregnancy, because when we empower them, we empower our nation. Protect the girl, save the nation.
Take action. Report any case of defilement or child marriage to the police or call Sawuti 116.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We're descending into Entebbe Airport. For those proceeding to Kampala City, the biggest event in East Africa is in town.
That's right, the East African Business Expo 2023 is happening from the 23rd to the 26th of March at Kololo Grounds. Join us to network, connect, and grow. Contact us for exhibition or sponsorship opportunities. The 14th East African Procurement Forum and Business Expo 2023 is hosted by PPBA.
Now sit back and relax. It's time to explore great business opportunities.
Are you tired of high fees and slow transfer time when sending money? Look no further. Airtel Money is here to revolutionize the way you move your money. We have revised our rates, and now sending money from Airtel to other networks in Uganda, East Africa, and to the rest of the world has never been more affordable. Plus, you can trust Airtel Money to get your money where it needs to go quickly and safely. Simply dial *185# and start sending money. Switch to Airtel Money today and experience unbeatable rates and top-notch services for all your local and international money transfer needs. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Welcome back. You're still watching News Tonight. The National Social Security Fund, NSSF, and MasterCard Foundation have awarded 4.8 billion shillings to 66 women entrepreneurs through their High Innovator program. The businesses were assessed through a criterion that included potential for scalability, sustainability, good governance, and impact on the community.
Innovator is an initiative that supports small and growing businesses by extending seed funding and building the capacity of entrepreneurship to unlock affordable patient capital. This year, the program focused on only women-led businesses with an aim of creating an ecosystem where they can flourish.
Most of our women kind of will let the man go ahead. And part of what we've been trying to help them do, no. In business, you need to be as aggressive as the man. Because when that customer is coming to you, that customer is not asking, I'll buy from you because you're a woman. No. You better have a good product, but the service had better go, then you'll have that product.
The entrepreneurs were trained in business management skills, financial literacy, compliance, and marketing.
A lot of women are suffering from what you would say self-confidence. They have the ideas, they know their businesses, but they don't feel confident enough to actually come and present their businesses. And so what we did differently was to create a cohort that actually makes them feel comfortable by running an actual women cohort. But also when we were running the boot camps, we were able to take them through sessions that were inclusive and making them feel more confident.
The 66 businesses who received 75 million Uganda shillings each were assessed by their potential for scalability, sustainability, good governance, and the impact on the community.
Potential for impact. Will it make a difference among Ugandans? Number 2, can it be scaled? Can it grow? Number 3, will it be profitable in the end? Because when it's profitable, it will be sustainable. So those standards are the same.
Majority of the winning entrepreneurs will use the funding to scale up their products and obtain certification.
It has given us more empowerment to even go further and look out for other funders, because we feel we are much ready to tackle them, because our houses are now in order.
What you give to a woman to do, they will multiply it, they will triple it, they will do whatever it takes to make it, to excel.
The beneficiary businesses were from the agriculture, energy, health, nutrition, real estate, education, and fashion sectors. Charlotte Amuge and Juma Samba for UBC News.
Now, Caleb, a 25-year-old man from Manwiga village in Changwali sub-county, Chikubet district, has been arrested for marrying a 15-year-old girl. The girl who has been identified as Tukwase Lillian, said she has been married to Caleb since November last year, and the two have been living in Bugoma Forest.
Caleb Ainomgisha and Lillian Atukwase are currently at Chikube Central Police Station, where they admitted to the offense. These two have been living together for 2 years in Bugoma Forest. Chikube RDC, Amran Tumusime, faulted the National Forestry Authority for not monitoring forest reserves.
The question is, for how long has this been taking place? And I'm told if you are to enter deep inside, it is worse. So where is the NFA in all this?
And as you will see, if you put what around the forest,
these illegalities are around areas which are disputed.
The National Forestry Authority supervisor in charge of Kisindi says some people who claim to own land in the forest have degraded Bugoma forest.
We need the meaningful engagement of the stakeholders, the district leadership and all the stakeholders within this area, including the entire Bunyoro. We need meaningful engagements.
Meanwhile, female news reporters and editors from the Albertine Graben region have been trained in handling environment stories. The training, organized by Western Media for Environment and Conservation with support from Global Green Grants Fund, targets female journalism in conserving the environment and averting climate change problems. The reporters were drawn from districts of Hoima, Masindi, Mubende, Chiboga, Chikove and Bulisa, among others.
Environmental destruction and climate change have become contagious issues, prompting interventions involving female journalists. One of the editors says women are most affected when the environment is damaged because of their positioning in the society.
Equipped with the knowledge and skills on how they can develop story ideas, on how they can report about climate change, what they can report about environment. I know it is a very complex topic. You cannot discuss about it within a few days that we've had. But at least with the steps taken now, if it is a child, I understand right now they've taken now a step to start working and, walk the talk when it comes to environmental conservation, environment issues, and then climate change.
In an interactive presentation, the female journalist highlighted the importance of women's involvement in combating environmental degradation.
Encourage women, female journalists, to go to the field and bring out these voices. These voices of women. Women will understand issues that affect women. So it's better if we can go to the field and bring out these issues and we record issues affecting women in relation to climate change. Let's talk about these issues. Let's get these voices. Let's get underreported stories. And this can only be done when we get out of comfort zones and we go to the field and we bring these stories.
The executive director, Peter Akungziwe, encouraged female journalists to use the available media tools and skills from the training to influence change in the communities.
Trained people on podcasts. We have trained these women on podcasts. We have trained them on how to report on climate change issues. But a number of challenges have come out. But as many people have said, we don't need to stop here. We need to keep the fire burning.
A member of Wimeko, Charles Batambuze, who represented Wimeko's board chairman, Ndezi Doring, encouraged the female journalists to practice knowledge.
It helped me to also involve other things like the climate in my programming, given the fact that I'm a radio presenter and I used not to take climate change or maybe environment things as an issue in my program. But I'll be including them in my programming.
This particular training has really been good to me, that I've got to know about how I can use my social media platforms, not only just to post around about things that I see trending, but also to empower the community on things involving climate change.
Mbarara City Mayor Robert Mugabe has extended his appreciation to Government of Uganda for giving Mbarara City billions of money for service delivery or to ensure service delivery. He made these remarks at the inauguration and handover ceremony of constructing a 3-unit staff house at Nyamichobora and Karama Primary School.
The government of Uganda has given over 132 million to Nyamichobora and Karama Primary School respectively
for constructing teachers' quarters.
They should make sure quality work is a priority, because this project belongs to the community, and the community, as government, when government injects all this amount of money, the results, we want quality work. So as they do the monitoring, they do their technical work, they must make sure that we must get a very good project. We don't want shoddy work. They should monitor and make sure government money is valid and is accounted for. We have a challenge of homosexuality all over the country and actually all over Africa. But I am calling upon leaders, I am calling upon Ugandans that we should resist and respect our African culture. That our African culture is, we must respect our values as Africans.
The embarrassed Mayor Robert Mugabe Kachebezi requested engineers to do quality work.
We need our staff also to be accommodated and then be able to teach our students and our children well, such that we can have the best performers in the nation. And for us, what we want is to make sure that the contractor gives us quality work. There should be value for money. We don't want to have here shoddy work. We need a very beautiful house for teachers to stay in, which will live for other generations to find it when it is still valid.
However, the teachers still have challenges that affect schools.
Ninza kutamamani with my fellow team, the teachers and the parents at large. Kurenga tuwa supervising umurmogu project yazo mboteka abashomesa abija baza barara kubararare nibaza kwikiriza umurmo gwabo nk'abashomesa tushomesa abana batunge good performance. Yeah, the challenges I'm facing here, the school is poorly fenced, so we are requesting whoever can help us to give us a chain or any other way of fencing, such that when we fence our school, we shall minimize the theft.
Paying your bills the old way.
Let's go. Just need to buy some power.
Paying your bills with the My Airtel app.
Bro, there's a line.
You have the power in your pocket. The power to instantly pay your bills hassle-free. Unlock that power with the My Airtel app. Visit the App Store or Google Play now.
Oh, you're back.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We're descending into Entebbe Airport. For those proceeding to Kampala City, the biggest event in East Africa is in town.
That's right, the East African Business Expo 2023 is happening from the 23rd to the 26th of March at Kololo Grounds. Join us to network, connect and grow. Contact us for exhibition or sponsorship opportunities. The 14th East African Procurement Forum and Business Expo 2023 is hosted by PPBA.
Now sit back and relax. It's time to explore great business opportunities.
This isn't just a girl. She is the future. This is a teacher, a doctor, a community leader, our future president.
She is the future of Uganda. And as a policy maker, the policies I enact today will protect her from child marriage and teenage pregnancy. We each have a role to play in empowering our teenage girls to protect them from child marriage and teenage pregnancy. Because when we empower them, we empower our nation. Protect the girl, save the nation.
Take action. Report any case of defilement or child marriage to the police or call Sauti 116.
Jerry con. Jerry con. Hey, Master Blaster. Touch him, man. Bang Jerry con with muscle. Those ones who say go for you only. Mundava. First group is I teach you. When I go with the muscari, because of the cover is very far. Is you serious? It's just you. What? Yeah? You step it on it. Add kilometers to your legs. And you get your sugar. We buy meat from Umaru. And Umaru refuse to give you enough meat. Mama! Show him that they don't joke with you. Umaru, Jerry card.
Okukakaluka n'okulungi kwetaagako omuntu akuyambako n'olwekyo tujja kukuteerawo embeera esaanidde osobole okukola ekisinga awamu teri kitulema.
Welcome back. You are still watching News Tonight. Now in business news, the National Agricultural Research Organization is set to release 2 new varieties of cassava that have resistance to cassava mosaic disease and cassava brown streak disease. NARO Principal Research Officer Dr. Christopher Omong says both diseases are transmitted by cassava whitefly and cause 70 to 100 yield loss.
After implementing the African Cassava Whitefly Project since 2014, National Agricultural Research Organization (NARO) has bred 2 cassava varieties that can resist cassava mosaic disease and cassava brown streak disease. Cassava brown streak disease causes rotting of the tubers, leading to loss in yield and quality, while cassava mosaic disease causes shrinking of the leaves, which in turn leads to low yield.
We are tackling the whitefly, and if we tackle it, we can reduce the problem of mosaic and the problem of brown streak. So from 2014, the first thing we did was to build the capacity of Ugandans, and we trained so many young men and women into different sciences, modern science at the current dispensation of research. So we have trained over 5 scientists at PhD level, and they are in NARO, and they're working with us in NARO. And they're supposed to steer this fight to conquer the problem of whitefly.
The African Cassava Whitefly Project aimed at finding solutions to the whitefly that acts as a vector to cassava brown streak disease and cassava mosaic that causes yield loss.
The second one is a variety still having a breeder code name, UG120/193. It is also has some level of whitefly tolerance, but is very good for food and industrial purpose. These are 2 varieties which NARO has in the pipeline to be released anytime soon. When these 2 varieties are released, our hope is that the whitefly problem and the rotting we are seeing in most of the local varieties.
Cassava is a very important crop for food security and improving the incomes of the farmers, but people in the cassava growing regions have remained poor.
The management of cassava. Farmers have always allocated the most infertile marginal soils for producing cassava, and they produce cassava mostly off-season. They give priority to other commodities. So the potential of cassava as a crop has not been exploited properly. Secondly, of course, the seed system I've said is still very, very low. And one other thing I've told you is that most of our village farmers in our communities produced cassava as a traditional crop for food security. It's just planted, staying in the bushes there for so many years, waiting for famine, and then they harvest. When actually our newly released varieties mature within 9 to 12 months, you should be able to grow, harvest quickly, market, and then put another crop in the same land. So in that way, you can generate money actually faster. So,
National Agricultural Research Organization has now advised farmers to embrace the new cassava varieties that are resistant to diseases, but also high yielding.
Meanwhile, a joint program funded by Austria Development Corporation to equip 4,000 young girls with technical skills has been launched. 4 institutions have been identified in the districts of Luero, Kamali and Lamo and funded with 6.2 billion shillings.
At least 1.3 million euros, equivalent to 6.2 billion shillings, has been committed to the Gender Matters for Green Technical Vocational Training over the next 4 years to skill young girls in Luero, Kamuli and Lamo districts. The program manager at Jugend in Welt, Austria, Johanna Dreher, says that the project will create jobs. At least 4,000 young girls will be trained in electrical and solar installations, agriculture and plumbing over the next 4 to 5 years.
After 5 years, we would like to see that there are empowered girls who are able, who are willing and who feel encouraged to have jobs in relevant green markets. So this is one of the main things we would like to see, and also to see that there is awareness under the communities, under the staff, under the instructors.
In achieving this, the Austria Development Corporation will use the facilities at the Don Bosco Vocational Training Institutes in both Uganda and Rwanda.
It's a beginning of a phase that we are going to see great entry into TVET by the ladies, by women, the girls and the women who had previously been challenged from accessing TVET as an option of education. Solar, we have agriculture and we have plumbing.
The Gender Matters for Green Technical Vocational Training will put to market required skills among the vulnerable girls.
It's very important for young people, especially here in Uganda, because this is creative, not only the technicals, but also for environments, where the Ugandan people, you empower the women, young girls, also boys and men, to keep environment during the development of the country and development of themselves.
As a goal to reach many girls who are vulnerable and who need our help, our support, to coming out from their situation and to have a better future.
The intervention will address female youth, unlike male youth who dominate technical vocational training institutions, to access available jobs on the market. Sudat Kaye and Vincent Wamundu, UBC News.
And with the need to implement the parish development model, Makerere Business School is carrying out a research and meeting stakeholders in the program. A lead researcher, Maria Nantongo, told UBC that in the research, MOOPS is tackling issues that might fail the implementation of the program.
So this pillar will help us to identify.
The Parish Development Model Program was launched to transfer the lives of Ugandans from subsistence economy to money economy. Since its inception in 2021, stakeholders in the program have carried out awareness program for beneficiaries.
Then that was the first one. The second activity,
Makerere University Business School is conducting a research to assess how best the program can be implemented. Maria Nantongo is among the researchers.
To generate evidence, to generate factual data to support the implementation and policy making around the parish development model. Policies being implemented, but those policies sometimes lack the support of data and evidence. And now we want to move into an era where researchers can actually work together with those that are in the field to ensure that we learn. Because research is about learning.
Katende Andrew, the Executive Director, UDF, says the research is timely, although he clarified on the alleged delays of PDM funds.
In this research, there are two components. One, I saw the effectiveness, evaluating the effectiveness of the model, and secondly, the inclusivity of the model. So if you go by inclusivity, the research is timely, because we don't want to wait 5 years for you to come and tell us that many people were excluded. You come at the beginning when we still have a chance.
Dr. Freddy Muhumuza, Director MOBS Economic Forum, highlighted the key factors in implementing the program successfully.
I've heard people who are talking about commercial. What is commercial? Is this only in the markets, the market vendors? What should we be doing with the hawkers and the vendors? And we've been asking questions. You cannot build a market for a street vendor. The guy is a street vendor.
Asiya Kinabi is the PDM coordinator at KCCA.
You will appreciate that the National Secretariat guided that one of the qualifications to access the Parish Revolving Fund was for you to be able to utilize the PDMIS tool. Despite lack of tools and gadgets, we have using our phones been able to load this app on our phones. And yeah, we have 45,647 household population from 13,947 households.
The meeting was attended by stakeholders in parish development model in the 5 divisions of Kampala. Deborah Namamonde.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We're descending into Entebbe Airport. For those proceeding to Kampala City, the biggest event in East Africa is in town.
That's right, the East African Business Expo 2023 is happening from the 23rd to the 26th of March at Kololo Grounds. Join us to network, connect, and grow. Contact us for exhibition or sponsorship opportunities. The 14th East African Procurement Forum and Business Expo 2023 is hosted by PPDA.
Now sit back and relax. It's time to explore great business opportunities.
This isn't just a girl. She is the future. This is a teacher, a doctor, a community leader, our future president.
She is the future of Uganda. And as a policy maker, the policies I enact today will protect her from child marriage and teenage pregnancy. We each have a role to play in empowering our teenage girls to protect them from child marriage and teenage pregnancy. Because when we empower them, we empower our nation. Protect the girl, save the nation.
Take action. Report any case of defilement or child marriage to the police or call Sauti 116.
Now, the National Health Medical Information System report data collected between October 2020 and October 2021 indicates that Busoga has the highest cases of visual impairment. Dr. Atwiga Sam of Ginger Ophthalmic College of Health Sciences says visual impairment is 13% compared to 4.6% in other regions.
The Ophthalmic College of Health Sciences was started in 1989 from Lago and transferred to Jinja in 1991. Busoga region was heavily affected with blindness. It was thought wise to bring the services near to affected area, and that was according to the statistics of the world, about 50 million people are blind, and in Uganda it is estimated at 250,000 people who are blind. And the Jinja Busoga region is the second largest in the country, compared to Karamoja region, and that is why the school was transferred here. We are training a cadre called ophthalmic clinical officers, And these are the people who are rural health workers.
Now in sports, the British High Commission in Uganda has used this year's Commonwealth Day to celebrate Uganda's female athletes. The day has been hosted at the British High Commissioner's residence in Kampala.
On the occasion of celebrating the 2023 Commonwealth Day, the British High Commission in Uganda has recognized female athletes that exhibit extraordinary commitment to achieve.
So this event was absolutely inspired by the need to celebrate Commonwealth Day. It's a really important event, and there are celebrations of Commonwealth Day across all 54 Commonwealth countries, 1.6 billion people across this planet that unite. But one of the things we really found was important, or a really good way to celebrate Commonwealth Day, was to highlight the achievements of some of our amazing Ugandan Commonwealth athletes, including a Commonwealth bronze medalist in boxing. It's really exciting to host her here today. Women in sport face many, many challenges, as highlighted by our athletes. But one thing's really important is just the role that they play as inspiring, not just the next generation of female athletes, but actually women across this country, demonstrating what is possible, what people can do, and really epitomising those values of the Commonwealth.
The girls on the podium were para badminton player Rita Simwe, para table tennis ace Anne Harriot Anzoa, Commonwealth bronze medalist Teddy Nakimuli, and basketball player Asina Kabandera.
The biggest challenge we find, me as an athlete, but as all athletes, I know it's financial challenge. With finances, trust me, things will go smoothly. But as long as we don't have finances, we shall still be dragged or drag the games behind.
The challenges we face in sports is financial challenges, because we really need money. So it's the only biggest thing, it is the only biggest challenge we face in.
The day has been celebrated on the theme of forging a sustainable and peaceful common future, and targets emphasizing Commonwealth values of tolerance, respect, understanding, and gender equality.
There is a remarkable increase in the number of female runners in the country. Uganda has witnessed an upsurge in the number of female athletes since 2005. There are currently over 200 female athletes in the country, comprising the elite and upcoming. This is in line with government's effort to bring women to the fore through various deliberate affirmative action.
And the Pioneer Serena 63 Golf Series Championship, a brainchild of Lake Victoria Serena Golf Resort and Spa, Chigo, has got a new partner. The championship started first March and will climax on the 3rd of December 2023.
Golfers that have embraced the Pioneer Golf 63 Series Championship have cause to smile following entry of I&M Bank as the latest partner.
It's through events like this that we believe we play a pivotal role in the socio-economic development of this country. And we also look at this as an opportunity for our clients and our prospective clients to actually come together and learn from the rest of the people who will be taking part in this, create markets and business opportunities for their respective organizations. And by doing that, we believe that we should be able to grow the private sector in this country.
The Serena Golf 63 Series Championship is a 40-week, 36-round, 18-hole championship that is to be played by more than 200 amateur golfers.
As I&M Group, we do run a golf tournament, an invitational golf tournament in the last quarter of the year. And we pledge that the top 5 in this tournament here, the golf series, will be invited to join the I&M Group Invitational Tournament in Kenya. In addition to that, we shall also continue to support the activities around organizing this event, and please feel free to always call upon us to provide some financial support here and there in order to ensure that this event comes out successfully.
Despite already being underway, its registration deadline is 1st April and is open to both members and non-members of Lake Victoria Serena Golf Resort and Spa.
Right now, it's, we are in week 2. We've so far, as of this morning, have got 74 entries, and we're halfway through the month. We're really happy because our target initially with setting this out was around the 63 mark.
In terms of prizes, it's arguably the biggest golf event in the region, where the several goodies worth 36 million Uganda shillings, and these include foreign trips and annual membership for non-members. The 63 in the name of the championship derives its origin from the course record of 63 gross set by Kenya's Dismas Indiza on his way to the Uganda Golf Open in 2019. John Barnes, Sentamu, UBC News.
Let's now quickly take a look at the top stories once again. President Yoweri Museveni invites Algerian investors to Uganda. Seno truck rams into school, 4 dead, 17 injured and school closed. But Electoral Commission hands over former headquarters to UNRA. And Pioneer Serena 63 Golf Series Championship gets a new partner. Well, that does it for News Tonight. Thank you for sticking with us. I am Rhoda Ngozi. Have yourselves a lovely night.
UBC, inspiring Uganda. A logical, deeper conversation.
How many teachers in Uganda did you consult? But there's a mistake we are making. Which is good? Which is good? Which is good? Which is good? We went to this school, we ran it to Western, we ran it to Northern, then you come.
Isn't
that an achievement?
Objective and